ConcreteJungle is a community project supported by Green Room 136. Looking for awesome bags for your urban carry? Check out greenroom136.com for urban bags designed and handmade in Malaysia. greenroom136.com. Music for this podcast is courtesy of Guitar Wizard Samad by his album at asamad.bandcamp.com. Okay, today we are at this is the school. We are recording this at markets, the bazaar that they hold on a quarterly basis. And today we're here with Joey. Joey is going to be talking about his line of peanut butter.
Yes.
Before we get into that, let's talk about you. Let's talk about where you're from and how you started the business.
Well, hailing from Penang, early education in Penang, brought up in Penang, right up to secondary school, then shifted over to Shah Alam and continued to stay in Shah Alam and completed all my studies throughout in Shah Alam. Working life started in KL as well, right up until year 2000. After 2000, headed off to Singapore. So it has been a very long stay in Singapore.
What career were you in?
I was in the telco industry. I was in 2 local telcos in Malaysia. Then came, I think there was a recession, so I was looking for better avenues. There was an opening in Singapore. Applied for it, and one of the lucky ones able to penetrate into the Singapore telco industry. So I was there since year 2000.
Were you in sales and marketing, engineering?
No. I was more in the customer service line and also doing the corp-com for them and also corporate com for them.
This was quite during the early days of telco.
Yeah, we started off in year 2000. Well, I've seen a lot of changes from days that we use SMS.
The Adams of the day, or
it was past Adams of the day, but when data was not commonly used.
But data was already available.
Singapore was already available. Yeah.
Those were what?
Yeah,
during what days?
Yeah, the dial-up service and everything, and it was slow. The speed was slow, but we were contented then because we were only relying. We only had SMS. We sent tons of huge of SMSs. We don't have any IMs and any instant messaging services then. But the changes in the industry really pushed up everything. Even social media was not even mentioned before. There's nothing,
there was
no apps, such things or whatsoever. So
no blogging. It was just websites.
Yeah. If blogging also, you have to physically sit in front of a computer and do it.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have a smartphone to do it at all. Those were the days, clean, simple, easy days. Then came in iPhone, changed everything. The simplest iPhone also. If you look at the first gen iPhone right now, whoa. At that point of time, that was the greatest phone.
Yeah.
Then Apple came out with all their iOS. Then came Android, and of course BlackBerry. So it has revolutionized how we use data, how we get communication done, and it has helped a lot in many ways. And being in Singapore is a very saturated market. There's only 3 telco players in Singapore, so it's a very fast-moving, what we call it, industry. Being fast and moving, you have to be on your toes. So learn a lot from all the years experience working in Singapore. 13 years is not a short period. Right?
Yeah,
13 years. Well, learn a lot, gain a lot. Ups and downs, laughters and tears. That's a common part of it.
How's it like working in Singapore?
Like any other organization, work smart, work hard. You have to combine, you have to balance. But then again, taking apart that Singapore is a very fast-paced industry.
Yes.
You are slow. You are left behind.
Yeah, a country, is the city.
Yes, it's a city. It's a very metropolitan city in this part of the world. If I say it's a totally metropolitan city in Tyrol, then you can't match the one that you have others in Europe, in America. But in our part of the world, yes, it's a very metropolitan city. It's all about data. It's all about communication, because that's the main gist of what lives up and moves Singapore to where they are right now. So yeah, 13 years doing up and down, traveling back and front from Singapore to KL on a weekly basis. Kids are here.
I see.
I'm working there alone.
Uh-huh.
School holidays, the whole family will be there, spending the days. But they like it more in Singapore. It's safe. Right? They can walk around. The neighborhood is such a wonderful neighborhood. Sometimes it depends on where you stay.
Right.
So yeah, and it's easy to move around. Mobility is good.
Yes.
Kids can use public transport.
transports, yeah.
So they learn to be more independent in Singapore. They can move around. They know what to do. They can shop on their own. Whereas here, you have to be extra careful. But nevertheless, we are still safe. It's just that perception sometimes, makes people feel very, very negative on certain things. That was a good experience. Bringing back the experience from Singapore back to Malaysia. Culture, working culture, approach, attitude is very important.
Yeah.
That is where after 13 years I decided it's okay, it's enough. Traveling up and down, and decided to do something on my own.
Okay.
So this is where the journey starts.
Okay.
It's a journey because it was not actually pre-planned to work it out this way, but it was a passion that was in me that I felt that I could just try it out.
What was it that broke the camel's back? What was it that what was the point that you went, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
Screw this.
Well,
let's do something else. And what made you decide that you want to do something on your own, rather than go and work for another corporation?
True. It started off with a dare.
Right.
I've got Filipino colleagues in Singapore, working colleagues. They would advise me, hey, peanut butter that comes from Philippines, the best in the world.
Okay.
They travel every fortnight back and front. They bring back jars and jars and jars of peanut butter, from each district. Got different textures, different tastes and everything. So they've been like blasting off, this is the best, boss, this is the best, don't try it out. And I said, there's no such thing as the best peanut butter in the world.
Yeah.
It's either you like it or you don't like it.
Okay.
So they said, why don't you make your own peanut butter to me? Challenge accepted.
Did you know how to cook?
No. I love peanut butter. I can
Right.
cook dishes, but I've never attempted peanut butter. But I
Okay.
love peanut butter because that is a very good staple food.
Yeah.
If you're a working class person, if you're parents with kids, even that's the easiest food that you can eat, full of proteins and everything. The only problem that the peanut butter that we have, full of preservatives, hydrogenated agents, soy protein. So they were telling me, make your own peanut butter, fine. Back to the drawing board. Read out about peanut butter, how they make it, what's the origin, what's the best nuts, how do you roast it and everything. So it was a process whereby it took me about 3 months to read, to do trial, R&D and everything. I had burnt peanuts, over roasted peanuts, under roasted peanuts.
Where do you learn how to where do you start? Where do you go to start?
Well, YouTube. YouTube is the best
Best
channel.
mentor of the.
Yeah, there are so many videos about it.
Uh-huh.
Right? There's so many articles that you can read about it as well.
Mhm.
So you read and then you accommodate what's the best practice, what's the best formula that you want. So along the way, there were a lot of failures. Of course, anything that you do, there will be failures. You don't hit right at the first go.
Right.
So try out peanuts. What type of peanuts? China peanuts, nuts from India, nuts which is still in a whole skin, nuts that has been vacuum packed. I mean, so how do you roast it? How long do you need to roast it? What temperature do you need? What type of sugar do you need to use? Whether you want to use molasses, you want to use honey. All this I tried off. So along the way, the failures came in. So each failure, it strikes off the list of the formula. Till I got one formula that I felt, wow, I like it this way. Then I start bottling it.
Okay.
Bottling it, brought it to the office. Suddenly the guys in the office, wow, you made this or you just scoop it out from another jar and put it in? Hey, it doesn't taste anything like those commercial ones. Try it out. They tried it out. Wow, it's nice.
So at this point, you have not thought about it being a business, but you have thought about it just as
a
to
challenge.
compete, right?
As a challenge. To accept the challenge. This
To
was
accept
way
the
back in
challenge.
Singapore.
Right.
Then they say, okay, just do it, put it in the pantry. And we have got other colleagues who would bring others breakfast stuff, jams, any other spreads, bread. We have a toaster there. So breakfast practically in the office with all the toasting breads, buns, croissants, whatsoever. then it has become a norm that the moment the peanut butter is on the low side, hey, the peanut butter is finishing off. Okay, I'll go back and just whip up another batch. So practice makes perfect. I was trying it out and it's fine. Every weekend when I come back to KL, being on social media, when we have social media gatherings as well, everybody will bring their part. When we go out for makan, my part was bottling up peanut butter in small baby jars.
Okay.
Baby food jars.
Gerber jars.
The Gerber jar, the Heinz bottle jars. I'll put it in small jars. Fill it up, close it up, pass it. On the table, everybody eats.
Sampling.
Sampling is just a giveaway. And surprisingly, all those people don't eat it with bread. They just spoon it up. So the peanut butter.
Guilty.
Guilty as well. Yeah. People just spoon it up. Aren't you going to eat it with bread? No, it's just too good to go with bread.
Other than that, I'll a big chunk of peanut butter on just one slice of bread. That's how I do it. Yeah.
It's nice. But these guys are doing it with a spoon. So I tell them, you guys are spooning it. It's okay, we don't get this every day. You come back only like in a month twice or several. So when you're back, you have time to do it. Only then we get to try a peanut butter. Okay, fine. So the process keep going on. Do it in Singapore, come back to KL during weekends. If friends have got social media gatherings, I'll just do my part, give a bit of peanut butter. Then came the part where my friends say, hey, you don't come back quite often as well. Even though if you come back quite often, you don't do a lot. Why don't you make it in a bigger jar? I'll think about it. So it just died off there. And in year 2003, I decided to call it quits. Making a point that I just want to come back to Malaysia.
Okay.
Thought of getting another job in Malaysia as well.
You're done with Singapore. You're done with a job there, lah.
Yes. Most probably it's time. The inner self in you says, hey, come on, you can leave everything behind. Cukup lah. 13 tahun. Okay, so the move coming back to Singapore. The kids were happy because from
Dad do not have to travel back anymore.
No part-time daddy, you have full-time daddy. It could be a nightmare for them also. Never know. You have a part-time dad and a full-time dad.
There are parts of that part-time which you don't know.
I don't know whether they get it now or not. So it's okay.
They don't see.
Yeah, they didn't see that. So went for a few interviews and I couldn't get what I want.
Right.
Because expectations are high.
Right, especially after Singapore, the foreign exchange itself is going to be a big challenge.
Yes. So at the same time, friends are like, hey, where's your peanut butter since you're back here? So okay, let's do it. So I was making peanut butter, making the bigger jars, the one that you can see right now, which is everywhere. Not everywhere, at selected places where I put it. They are very happy about it. And then friends say, you've been giving us free, it's just not fair, because small jars, they understand, big jars.
Right.
This is about 300 over grams of peanut butter. Why don't we buy it from you? I was really reluctant at the moment. At a point of time, I was doing it for fun, but there's a potential.
Right.
Because people are interested. Friends are interested. It all starts with friends.
Yes.
Family and friends. Of course, family at home you eat. You don't expect family to buy from you.
Right.
It's at home. But your close friends are saying, hey, Joey, it's good. Why don't we buy? At least there's something for you. That is one of the trigger points. So I was selling jars, doing at a very low scale. I was selling peanut butter without any labels whatsoever. So it's purely in a jar, bottle it up, friends need it, just we meet up for our kopi session, breakfast sessions, especially in Bangsa where we always have our breakfast. I'll just bring one crate of 12 jars, distribute.
So the bottling process, right, was it something that is just obvious that you just need to store it in a bottle, or there are certain things that you need to, certain processes that you need to take in consideration before it goes in a bottle?
Well, peanut butter is a very straightforward issue because you don't need to double boil it or something unless you're doing jams, you're doing other meat stuff, because peanuts, what my peanuts are being comprised of is roasted peanuts, oil, I'm using sunflower oil, salt and sugar. So the oil, the sugar, plays part of the preservatives in it. So the bottling, of course, you buy bottles, you sterilize your bottles, make sure it's clean from any type of whatever you may not know in it. So sterilize bottles, that's it. Bottling, seal it up, I have a sealer just to preserve it. So back to the part whereby I'm bottling up and giving it to friends, they're saying, hey Joey, there's no face to it.
Right.
There's no face.
There's no brand.
There's no brand. Say, why don't we start, just put a name on it, just create your own label. Again, back to drawing board. Another new step from you making it small, somebody asks me to put in a bigger jar, and then they want to buy. Now say you must have a brand, a face to it. Then on Twitter, we just had a small competition. Name Joey's Peanut Butter. So a lot of
no one
craziness.
won because you already came out with the name.
Yeah. So they gave a lot of names. One of the most catchier names given by one of my friends was Joey's Nuts. It's catchy,
It is.
but long term, if you really want to market it,
Commercially, is it
yeah,
viable?
yeah, someone with that I don't eat Joey's Nuts. What is this? Joey's Nuts.
Spread it on bread.
Yeah. What are you having? Nuts. Whose nuts? Joey's nuts. It's good while it lasts, but long term, no, can't do it. Then came out Joey's artisanal peanut butter. Then another good friend of mine personally told me, Joey, dropped the artisanal word, because if you go and search the terms of artisanal word, the meaning of it, it is something that was brought down from your ancestors that you're using it. You are only the founder of it.
You're the founder.
Yeah, so you do not use the artisanal word. Anyway, it is being commonly used,
Yes.
and it doesn't carry
It's
much.
conceived,
Yeah, it's conceived. So just ended up with Joey's homemade peanut butter. Then comes, the name is there. Now to put it in graphics, what do you want to put on your label? Because, you've got people who are using figurines and everything. Then I went back to basics. I want to do peanut butter. I want to put the nuts in front of it. Color, what color? I like yellow. So, okay, let's put it yellow. And the label just came out very impromptu. I didn't engage any advertising boards or whatsoever. Just me and my brother. It was a very impromptu 15-minute sit down, get it done over with it. Okay, fine. And make it very retro with those old type of fonts and everything. It was it. First label came out, boom, and then another set of orders came in, because the moment I had it on label, friends on social media, especially on Twitter, will start posting it up.
Yeah, correct. Photographs start going viral.
Yeah. It didn't went that viral, but it was within the circle. It was enough to so-called our own circles viral.
So was it difficult to find a printer to print the stickers?
Well, all those were challenges. You have to go from one printer to another, because you do not know anything. I'm not from any art and design background.
Correct.
So I had to learn from printers and also from friends who are already in the industry. So they gave recommendations, and it was good. I found a good shop who's willing to help me out, sit down, make sure that how the printing is, the layout, the color coding and everything. So I'm very happy with it, and I'm still staying with them for all my labels. Even my latest product also is with them. So there comes the printing part. Again, it's cost incurred, because you're doing from zero. Now you're progressing. So they are willing to give me a cheaper rate, because they know I'm doing a startup.
Right.
Which is so kind of them. Yeah, I was very happy, and that's where I started. And friends are now so excited about it. There's a picture about it.
You have to print a lot to begin with.
Yeah. If you want a cheaper price, of course, the volume is the matter.
So was it difficult for you to bridge that gap of that mental gap of printing more than you need?
Well,
I have to print 1,000. How much was the minimum order back then?
the minimum, because I was new, so he gave me about 300 as
That's
a
not
start.
too bad.
That's not too bad. That's why I said, very understanding chap. Was able to accommodate to my needs, knowing that okay, you're new, and most of they love peanut butter as well. it's a common food. It's a common
love.
Yes, everyone knows.
They're probably
peanut butter.
thinking, I might get some free peanut butter.
Well, they do from
Good
time
deal.
to time. Yeah, it's just there's one jar for you and your spouse. It doesn't cost much, but it's the appreciation that they you give it and they love it. So that's where it started. It helped me a lot. It was good. It was running, and that is where I started producing in a slightly above my average production, because then I had a smaller equipment. So production wise would be at a smaller pace, at a slower pace.
You're doing this at your kitchen.
Yeah. One part of mom's dining table is gone. One part of the dining area is also gone. It's my workstation.
So how many jars can you churn out? At those early days.
At those early days, about 12 jars a day. Small equipment, small oven. And those were the days about, wow, 12 is a lot, man.
12 would be equivalent to how many grams? How many kilograms?
12 would be about 8 kilograms of peanut, which was at that point in time a lot because you were doing a very small quantity. You're just doing like 4 or 5 jars. Now, minimum 12 jars a day. You hit about 13, 14, 15 jars. It goes up that way. You were happy doing it. But again, time consuming because you don't have proper equipment.
Yeah.
Of course, the duration takes longer. It was good while we were doing it, but challenges came in, more orders came in. Oh damn! How am I supposed to cope? Then you have to go out and look for equipment. Running around town to find a good disintegrator machine to disintegrate the nuts, to liquidate it from nut form to liquid form. And also to find more sources, especially where to get wholesale peanuts, because we were just buying from a normal shop peanuts. You just buy per kg, that things. And now that you have to buy bulk, of course, the normal sundry shop will not be able to sell you at a wholesale price.
Yeah, you have to go to the wholesaler.
Yeah, so then you look on the internet again, where you get nuts. So it was like crazy, you know. You're just going nuts all the time, you know? Looking for nuts. Yeah, it was good. Then that's where you meet new people in the industry, you know, people in the wholesale industry. They may not have nuts there, but they will advise, okay, go to this place, go to that place, go inquire. Then you want to buy your equipment, your plastics, whatsoever. Because it's not only buying the bottle.
Yes.
You need to pack it up. You need plastic bags. Even you don't buy plastic bags from the normal from the shop. We as consumers, we don't buy plastic bags. We get plastic bags when you buy things. Now you are going to sell things, you need to have plastic bags. You can't just put the red plastic bag. You need something more presentable. You need a paper bag or something. So people are just giving you advice. Just walk around, see other shop. Hey, may I know where you get this? So you build up more and more close friends, more new friends from other vendors, and along the way they have helped a lot. It was good. It was really, really another learning curve altogether. Out from corporate world into entrepreneurship, starting from zero, not knowing no basics anything.
What was the challenges of unlearning how to live a standard of living as an employee, and now becoming your own business, growing your own business, starting everything from zero?
Yeah.
Was that process difficult for you? I mean,
Well,
for me, it was horrible.
Coming out from your comfort zone.
Yes,
right?
you're moving out from your comfort
month,
zone. Every month, it's set. You get a chunk of cash, and from there you just break it down. But right now there will be no check at the beginning of the month.
True. Those days when you are employed, the next thing that you know, on a certain day, just poke the wall, scribble a few 6-digit numbers, everything comes out.
Correct.
So now you don't do that anymore. Well, it was a big challenge. Support. First and foremost, you need support. Support comes from first family. The family needs to understand that you are venturing into a new area totally, whereby what you are getting prior to this, you may not get it now. Perseverance, understanding, and also support. I was prepared for it coming back, but my preparation, I had to just recover as soon as possible, because whatever you have, it may not last forever.
It will just dry up.
So you really need to pack up your so-called business plans, how you want to stage up the process of the business.
What was the runway do you allocate yourself? How long do you take? How long do you allow yourself to do this before you start to go, okay, this is getting out of reach?
I was prepared at a point of time to go on a 12-month, what do you call that, stretch on a dry run. But thank you to friends, social media, the process was very much accelerated. The business is only 8 months old. While we are talking right now, it's 10 months old. And the success story, which is not a full success story, but the success story I'm trying to chart, has shown me a lot of positive vibes, whereby within a short period of time, I've got a lot of social media coverage, a lot of MSM coverage, mainstream media's coverage, interviews, and also teaming up with other food vendors and see how we can progress better. There's still a very big field out there for improvement, whereby you can just still run around and get as much as you want. But yeah, I'm still learning all veins of it because the market is so big. I'm not even tapping even 10% of the population in KL for peanut butter. So it's still huge out there. And keep on going. You must put your goals straight. You must have your priorities right, because at times you will feel a bit down. There will be downtime as well. No? Sometimes when there are days whereby your peanuts don't turn out properly. Even every day is the same process, but sometimes the peanuts come in bulks. There are different types of peanuts in one bag. It just turn out not nice. So those are the setbacks whereby sometimes you could just sit back and this is not getting on well. But you bounce back quickly because there are other vendors out there also who are in the same pace with you. And they'll just come up to you, hey Jay, what's wrong with you? Oh, I've got this problem. It's okay, we go through the same process. Come on, just pick yourself up, take a break, a 1 day break, then you're back up, which is true. Support from family and friends. It's something you can't get any respect. It's not a textbook thingy. It's only you are there, you will know it.
So moving in, do you have do you keep a note that says that if I fail, I can always go back to corporate, tuck in your back pocket, or?
To be honest, no. I want this to happen.
So you just walked in and this is it.
Yeah.
There's no going
even
back.
Corporate clothes are all cleaned up, pressed up, sealed in plastic, hung up. Yeah? It's there.
There's no going back.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it to the end.
Do you feel that is one of the key variable to where you are today?
Yes.
To the success to where you are today?
Yes, I totally believe so.
Okay, to do our pressure test, there's a couple of things that we have. We have two sets of fabric. We have a pair of shears, a weighing machine, and a frame to hold our fabric in place. Alright, so we have two sets of fabric here. The first set of fabric it consists of a piece of 1000 denier Cordura nylon. This is genuine Cordura nylon. A 420 denier Oxford nylon, which we normally use to make our inner shells. These are the material that we always use in all our bags. And we have a set of polyester fabric. In comparison, this is the inferior grade of ripstop, which will be competing against our Oxford nylon ripstop. Polyester that will be competing against our Cordura nylon. The inferior grade ripstop onto a frame that is tethered onto a weighing machine. What we'll do is we'll have a pair of shears right at the bottom of the fabric, and with a pulling motion, we'll be able to identify exactly how many kilograms of pressure that we will apply in order to puncture the fabric. We'll have a secondary camera that will zoom in on the meter. One, two, three. One, two, three. It didn't even move. The ripstop, in fact, we did 3 attempts, and all 3 attempts using the same fabric, and they were all very, very small punctures. You ready? Are you recording? Okay. Okay, ready? One, two, three. Punch it. The inferior grade tore quite a fair bit all the way through. Our 1000 denier Cordura, although there is a puncture, but you see the position of the puncture is very much controlled. You only see a small incision. And that concludes our fabric test. If you want to know more about products, go to greenroom136.com. Our other stress test, go to greenroom136.com/stress-test.
Believe so, and I strongly stand by it because self-confidence, top priority. Listening to others for feedback is also top priority. Not all is good, not all is bad, so you have to have a good mixture of to mix and match. Still learning, still doing it. Meeting you also was also a blessing. Didn't until yesterday, but wow, okay, fine.
Okay, let's talk about distribution.
Cool.
Let's talk about how you get your peanut butters, out to the shelves. What was now you started with word of mouth, people talking about it. What was the first challenge of getting a glass bottle of peanut butter out to the hands of the customers?
Okay, well, it first started off right after labeling. The news went so-called viral within a small social media circle. Then I got a big break from a local mainstream media portal, which is The Star. They featured me in The Star. That was on the 3rd of October 2013. That was a huge jump start. Huge. It went on The Star Online.
And this was how many months prior to starting?
2 months.
2 months. You really have your lucky stars to thank for this.
Yeah.
Because by going to Star, you really will get a kickstart.
Yeah, it was a bold start. Came out on the 3rd of October. It was online at 10 a.m. Life changed at 10:01 a.m. No sleep. No sleep. Opened too many channels. That was my biggest mistake. I gave out my phone number to both my phone numbers, gave out my Facebook address, gave out my Twitter address, gave out my email address. So all channels manned by one person. There is me.
All yeah.
Then
Gone.
it's a lesson.
Right.
But it was a good problem that I had.
It was a very good problem.
It was a very good problem I had. And being in corporate, every email is important. Every email needs to be replied. Every SMS needs to be replied.
Yeah.
Adapting the same process. It took me 3 days to get it done. 3 days, minimum sleep, I guess. Within the 3 days, I think less than 10 hours of sleep. That was viral.
So who's doing the cooking?
The first 3 days, there's no cooking. He's only replying, taking pre-orders and everything, telling that, wow, I'm overwhelmed with all this, calls coming in. I'll take down their notes, their address and everything, take their orders as and when I get. And they were very understanding because they know I'm doing homemade. They don't expect me to churn out like 100 bottles or 1,000 bottles. Everybody didn't expect me. After the call, they will be receiving it tomorrow or something like that. You take your time, as then you can get it. And because I'm doing also customization for those who are diabetes, they want their peanut butter more on low sugar and all those things. So they say, take your time, it's okay. Some of them say, I've not had peanut butter ever since I became a diabetic. How long is that? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Wow, you have waited that long, so okay. So we don't mind waiting for another 1 or 2 months. And I told her I may not be able to get back to you, but do call me after 1 month or so. Yeah, they did. And some of them are friends right now, customers who turn out to become friends.
That's the thing I like about starting your own business is that you end up with not customers, but rather you end up with friends and you end up with fans.
Yeah, fans, friends. You go and deliver to their house. They invite you in. Call their family members. Hey, this is the one who's doing peanut butter for us. Eat with them, drink with them. Oh my goodness,
it's
fantastic.
a very heartwarming experience.
People welcome you into their homes.
Yes.
That is something different. You don't get that every day. People just call you, welcome you in the home. That was satisfying. To me, that was satisfying. So Star pick it up. Then came 2 weeks apart, Malay Mail pick it up as well. So again, I was in Malay Mail. Another set again, the same repetition. So it was a double bang, the first one.
Someone
nearly
up
recovered.
there really loves you, man.
Was lucky.
Really, really loves you.
Yeah. So I was
That's the
lucky.
problem with this type of exposure is, it's a spike. The moment it spikes up, it starts to dip. So you had the opportunity, right, of maintaining this spike without doing much. And that is
not doing
very
much.
that is very good luck.
Fantastic. One word, it's fantastic. Lucky stars. Somebody's looking upon me, well, thank God.
Someone
God bless.
really looking out for you.
God bless. It was tough because after you have started down, you have replied every day. Now it's production time. That's where being a one-man show. So back to how you work, you must be disciplined. How you check how many hours in a day that you need to do, how many hours in a day that you need to be on your social media, how many hours in a day that you want to then start distributing. I had problems in the early stage because I committed to deliver, and KL is not small compared to Singapore. Even you can say PJ Damansara or ConcreteJungle PJ Damansara, it looks so close by. But sometimes when you want to go out for the delivery with the traffic, it's quite impossible to finish the whole task. Then it came up, I need a place to put my peanut butter. So that instead of me running around, if it's in a strategic place, people can go and pick it up. And I volunteered myself to be in the first bazaar that I had. It was a foodie fest at Publica. So prior to the foodie fest, we had food tasting. Then Freddie of Las Vacas, which is also a friend, social media friend, he looked at me, Joy, what are you doing at a foodie fest? You are doing food tasting. How come from Singapore all the way now you're here tasting food? I told him, no, I'm back for good. I'm doing peanut butter. He was like, what? You're doing peanut butter? You go into the food industry? Yeah. And then I was saying, I'm looking for a place to place my peanut butter. Say, Joey, I'm selling steaks. I've never done this. Put your peanut butter in my shop.
Wow.
Another good brand.
Another
Yeah. Another very kind and humble friend. He said he has 3 outlets. Kelana Jaya, Mount Kiara, Jalan Yap Kuan Sing KL. He said, Joey, I'm going to call my people now, all the store managers. I'm telling them that Joey is going to send peanut butter. Put it in the shelf. If it's possible, since you're new, put it at the payment counter. So that when people come and pay.
Impulse. Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah. And I did that. That was my first priority. It was another jump start for me. Wow, I get my first outlet.
So all this were done on consignment or were they done on upfront, cash upfront?
Freddie was nice, cash up front. He paid off for me.
That's very, 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 very sweet of him.
Yeah. So that was yeah. He was very generous.
Yeah.
So he even volunteered to sell at his outlet in Las Vacas. He said, well, because he also likes peanut butter. He said, it's a good product. Why don't we just help you? Because he says that's how he started as well. So he pushed up. From then onward, he picked up. Then I went around looking for other outlets, and right up to today, I have about nine outlets that are carrying out my peanut butter.
So was it difficult for you to walk up to a store, completely cold call?
Cold calls are difficult because peanut butter, you just look at, peanut butter, yeah, you have got over the shelf a lot.
I have a lot.
Yeah, but the uniqueness is upon you have tasted
Homemade,
it.
right?
If you taste it, then you know why I want to push this peanut butter.
Sure.
So then again, lucky stars are just good. After Freddie came, I got another friend who has another shop in Damansara Perdana, a friend. He said, Joy, I like your peanut butter because he got it from a friend.
Right.
I'm running a restaurant, put it in my restaurant. So that's my second outlet, without much effort. Then came Diane on at Awesome Canteen. On the first day of opening, I was invited because it's a friend's place. So I just finished my food fest. I got a few jars, give it to her. She tasted it. Joy, tomorrow can you put it in my shop as well? So I'm very lucky, very, very lucky. And people call me, Joy, it says that I have your peanut butter. Do you have any place? I have a shop, a friend who's doing it. Can I put it? So it's friends who recommended me. Even my place here where we are at Jaya One right now, she's been calling me, Joey, is calling, Joey, I need your peanut butter. Can you put it in my store? Because she only had one product then.
Right.
Sambal letup. So Joey, you need to put your peanut butter here. I tell her I was busy. I really couldn't find time to meet her. I said, it's okay. Once you're ready, just let me know. And yeah, and this is one of my best seller places right now. So more and more places are increasing, and I'm still doing cold calls. Sometimes meet new people. Just walk in, just put one peanut butter there, try it out. So that's I call my guerrilla strategy. Just go in, you like the place, you think that there's potential for you. Always travel your peanut butter in your bag.
Right.
It's just like how you bring your equipment, your devices. I have my peanut butter in my bag. There you go. Try it out. If you like it, it's okay. If you don't like it, just finish it off. And it works. There are 1 or 2 outlets which cold calls, they're using it. Sometimes they might use it in their kitchen as well.
Right. To cook.
To cook, to bake. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm still looking for more.
So was it difficult? But you don't go to the mainstream retail space. You go to the mom and pop, the independent.
Yeah, indies. I go to the indies. Well, we're talking about mainstream ones,
right.
The hypermarkets. I'm doing a homemade-based product whereby I have a lifespan of 6 months.
Right. Yeah, they will not be able to accept that. They will need
Sending
at least a year or so.
True. Because even though they accept, it's a very big challenge for me to cover that 6 months. Because sending to bigger retails, they will send to their DC, distribution center. They'll take about 2 weeks, 3 weeks from the DC to redistribute to their branches. It may take a month or so. That is usually 1 month gone. And then because it's 6 months, they may display for 2 months. And 2 months before expiry, they have to recall it back.
Yes.
So I was thinking, if that happens, I'm going to have abundance of peanut butter.
Dead stocks.
Yeah, so...
You can't eat them.
True.
But what is the... what about pricing? Did you walk in with a pricing marked up for resellership, or do you walk in with the end user price? And
I
then
walked
really,
in,
after that, having to figure out, how much to
advice
allocate.
was given along the way.
Right.
Friends, when you enter some foodie fairs, some of the products that you are with your other vendors, they may have already been in supermarkets as well. So they will advise you what is the markup price that you need to put, what is the shelf price that you have to pay and everything. So yes, I did mark up a bit of the pricing to match back my retail pricing, so that when they cut off for their commissions, I still set my recommended RRP, recommended retail price. But then again, advice from friends, because we are doing a short span of period products, is not viable. So that one will be at a later stage. If I'm going to do a really mass production, I may have another unit. My homemade will still be homemade 6 months, or the mass one. And the mass one, it can last 1 year. I'm not going to use too much of preservatives, but it can last you 1 year. That's my 3 to 5 year plan that I've put it out. I can go SME, really SME with the outlet. I can mass produce, but I can just put it on the shelf. It can last for at least 1 year.
So, do you have plans to go to that route?
Yes.
To be soon?
Yeah, I have a 3-year plan. I have a 5-year plan. Whether it materializes or not, that's God's willing. But yes, you have to draw out your plan. Your drawboard is there, so you chart your drawboard properly, where you are today and where you are in the next couple of months, in a year's time. For now, it has shown positive. It has brought me to where I wanted, but there's still a long way to go. When I was interviewed, I always benchmark against Kicap Tamin.
Okay.
How he started off. Those days when he first started off, Kicap Tamin, sweet black soya sauce. The hell, who wants to eat soya sauce which is sweet? We are so used to salty one.
Yes.
And look, today, nearly all brands not have got sweet soya sauce.
Yeah.
So it was a real boost up for me, seeing he's from nothing, from scratch. He just created something that we didn't have seen before, and he really made it. So the same thing. In KL, there are other peanut butter players, but they are not pushing it out. But I am doing it in a very serious note, and at a very reasonable price as well. Because I believe good food. Today you don't get good food a lot. Good food, there are good food around, but the price that you have to pay is premium. Why do we just make it reasonably priced? Everybody can sell, because these are kids' food.
Yeah.
The best is you have kids as well.
Yes.
Peanut butter on the bread, slap it up. Off you go.
Yeah.
Fine. For working adults, 1 spoon. Done. You're done for your breakfast.
So premium price, what is the price of the bottles right now?
As of today, I'm priced at $15 per jar. For a 350 gram net content, which it's purely peanuts. It's about 300 grams of peanuts just to produce one jar. So that is something reasonable, because I've seen some imported ones that is going about $25, $28 with preservatives and everything. So it's quite reasonable, and not to fluctuate the price too much. I'll try. If it permits, I'll hang on to it. But increasing about another $1, that will not be too soon. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We spoke about price. We spoke about distribution. So how many people do you have working for you right now in churning up your peanut butter, or is it still you 100%?
It's Joey all the way. Amazingly, now I'm churning minimum 40 jars a day.
Wow. Just you alone,
Yes.
40 jars a day.
Straight out from raw peanuts, roasting it, disintegrating it.
Define how many hours is a day for you?
I'll spend 6 hours doing peanut butter,
Okay.
and then after the 6 hour, packing it up, and distributions or late nights or whatever, I just send it over. But there's about 6 hours of working. 6 hours working on your own is not like working in the office where you sit down 6 hours.
Yeah.
And you can have your break in between, but
Yeah.
you still need to complete your discipline. Your discipline must be very strong. That 6 hours of work has got to be
Has
done
to
in a
be-
day.
has to be work, but
you
the
do it in the
problem is-
morning, in the evening.
The problem is, when you're working on your own, when you're doing your own, something that you have passion with, right? 6 hours is a very, very short time to kill.
Yeah.
You just at the blink of an eye, it's gone, and it,
Precisely. I remember those days when you're working in the office, right? You just want that 24 hours to get over and done
over.
with.
Yeah.
Today, I wish that 24 hours in a day could be 48 hours.
I wish 1 week is 14 days rather than 7.
Yeah, before 60 seconds is like, wow, so long. Now 60 seconds. Can we have 1 minute consist of like 240 seconds or something?
Yeah.
The time changes because your commitment and your commitment to the work, the time that you need to produce, to churn and to complete something, the task even, it's very challenging.
So you're still doing it at home?
I'm still doing it. What eases me right now is equipment, because equipment helps a lot. A bigger oven, a bigger grinder, right? And the only slow part is still the piping, bottling part. But then again, the piping part, the bottling part, therapeutic, because you're putting your love, your passion in it. It's all about passion. I eat peanut butter until today. Each batch that I produce,
You need QC.
yes. So I eat all my peanut butters, and never a day except for fasting month.
Right.
I will not have it. Just before I came here, I just brought another 2 dozens. I was testing. Oh, I love the peanut butter today. Sometimes you just feel, wow, this is something really strong. You just love it. Then you go out tell your friends, you get my peanut butter dated 27 or whatever.
It's a good batch.
Yeah, this is a good batch. And certain batches whereby
It was a good day.
Yeah.
The temperature was right. It was a
I got on the wrong
sunny
on
day.
the right side of the bed. Peanut butter goes fine. It's mood, it's passion. You do what you like. You don't get up and say, oh, I got to do peanut butter. Oh shit, can I get up slightly earlier to complete this because I've got other plans to do later? So the approach is different. That is good. Good problem.
Yes. So okay, if someone would come up to you and say that, Joey, I also want to quit, but I do not know where to start, what would be the top 3 things you will share with this person? Be it foodie or not.
First and foremost, do you believe in yourself doing it? First and foremost, it starts in yourself. If you feel that you are capable of doing it, you have trust in yourself, and you see that there's achievement, do it. Do not hesitate. If you procrastinate, you will never move. Right? That's first. Second, you need support. First, your family needs to support you, because that is where your backbone would be. There will be moments where you fall. These are the people who are going to support you back, push you up back again. After family, will be friends. You're very, very close friends. Without them, you may not be able to reach out as well, because family circle will be within the family, but the real world outside there, family cannot go to that extent. It will be your friends. So that's the third one is that you need to work hard. It's not about working smart anymore. You have to really work hard. You being humble is also a key point. You cannot be too arrogant on a lot of things. That's life passion as well. But you really need to work hard. That's what I would advise to anyone who wants to start any type of business, any venture. You need all this. It starts at home. You need support at home. You need support outside, and you need to work hard.
Okay. Last will be, where do you see your venture at this point in time, zero or hero?
Okay. I'm producing peanut butter right now. Of course, you cannot just have one product.
Yes.
So I have almond butter, which is also a hit. Demands are higher than what I expected, and my production, I need to speed up production of my almond butter. My next one will be sunflower butter, sunflower seed butter.
Okay.
Kwachi,
Yeah.
Malaysians eat kwachi,
Yes.
right? The same thing when I eat peanut butter.
Not in
people ask me,
cinemas anymore.
yeah, no more. No more. People eat satay with kuah kacang, so that's why I did peanut butter. No, you can eat. So I did almond because almond is a source of protein. People like. Why
And
sunflower?
almond butter is something that we don't grow up eating.
Yes.
So it will be something very interesting.
Very interesting and uniquely it's strong.
Right.
Yeah. And my third one that I'm coming out soon, hopefully for Christmas, I believe. I'm not announced it yet, but this is very exclusive. I want to do it for
excellent.
Christmas. Sunflower butter.
You hear it here first.
Sunflower butter.
We have the scoop.
True. It's not common, and my belief is that why do you want to do common things?
Yes.
Yeah? Why don't you kickstart something new?
Differentiate yourself
Yes.
from the masses.
Precisely. Again, I've been getting a lot of queries from Americans, from Americans in Malaysia. They would just Facebook me. They say, "Are you able to do sunflower?" Because they have been here, expatriates. They don't get sunflower butter here. So I did a lot of reading. Yes, it's time that I push something out and make it different. You don't have it here. Why don't you start it? All this while we've been copying what there is in the market.
Yes.
So if you want to stand out differently, do something differently.
Yes.
And where do I go about in the near future? Mainly, I'm only concentrating Klang Valley. And outside of Klang Valley, the next big order comes from Sabah and Sarawak. And I'm selling at the same price because products that goes over to Sabah and Sarawak,
Yes, cost
there's
more.
a high cut.
Yeah.
But I don't. I still sell the same price.
In fact, that's changing. It's been changing for the past 6 years. A lot of retailers in that part of the world, right, they choose not to overprice their stocks anymore.
Yeah.
And it's their way of, it's a competitive edge for them.
Precisely, yeah.
So it's changed.
So I'm looking into penetrating the whole of Malaysia. I'm at this point of time, people say, why don't you export? Hey, look at Malaysia's population.
We're not even touched Malaysia
I've not even touched the
fully
whole
yet.
of KL,
Yes.
Klang Valley. Not even 1%. What about 10% of the population in Klang Valley? People who are spending on groceries. So that you need, every household needs to have one peanut butter. Just imagine if I can penetrate that. Like today, every household has a TV. Every household has to have Jewish peanut butter. So my nearest target is to increase capacity, venture into a small SME area, get done, help out, get some locals to work, the early process of doing peanut butter, and see how far I can go. So that will be the nearest. 3 years, 5 years down the road, I have plans, but let me put in my drawboard very personal to me, so that when time comes, at least I can say, well, this was on the chart, and this is the success that I've faced out from the beginning, rather than push it now. So the pressure will not be too much on me at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on a daily basis.
Yes, there is. That's the thing about starting out your own business.
Yeah.
So excellent. Thank you very much for your time. But before we go, where can people find your peanut butter?
Okay, within Klang Valley, Las Bakas, which is a beef steak outlet, all 3 outlets, Kelana Jaya, Mount Kiara, and also Jalan Yap Kuan Sing, Kuala Lumpur. Okay, then coming into Daman Sara Perdana, we have got this makan outlet. It's called Sconch Canteen. They carry mine. In PJ, I would have at Paramount Garden. It's called Awesome Canteen. Jaya One, the red cherry stall
Yeah,
at
red
the
cherry
school. I have it in Bangsal, Cultural Bakery, which is behind NST Jalan Riung. You just go in, where you know where Babalo, the famous Babalo is. I have it there. I'm gonna have to restock at Taman Melawati at Bread Ties. They are also very supportive of me. It's a bakery. And coming soon will be in Shah Alam, exclusively also. Greece MY in Shah Alam. They are doing Philadelphia cheesesteaks.
Mm-hmm.
And also the humble pie in PJ. So these are my new ventures.
Do you sell online?
Yes, I do sell online. I can be reached through my Facebook page,
Mhm.
which is at facebook.com/Joey's Peanut Butter. Through Instagram, which is my IG name is Pualdidan. On my jar, you will see my name there. On Twitter, also my handle is on my bottle, and by word and mouth. And I'm also supplying to 9 bakers right now, in which all these
You're
bakers are
using it
using
as
my peanut butter.
ingredients.
Yes, as in their baking process.
Right.
More to come.
Great, thank you very much. But the easiest accessible way of getting his peanut butter will be to come over to Pop at Jaya One. You go over to a vendor called Red Cherry, pick up his peanut butter, then walk just 2 vendors away to Green Room 136 counter, check out our bags, and walk home with a bag, walk home with his peanut butter, and they'll be good for us.
That's the best combination. The peanut butter will be safe in the bag.
So thank you very much, Joey. Really
Most
appreciate your
welcome.
time.
Yeah.
Very good story.
Yep.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very, very much.
Yeah.